everybody, welcome to Poland Daily Travel. I'm Will Richardson in Ciechanowiec, and right now we're walking in the garden, or?
It's the garden of herbs for medical use, for medical treatment as a whole, you know.
Gosh, it reminds me of Williamsburg again, because these, in the 18th century, this stuff was so important, wasn't it? They didn't have regular medicines.
Yeah, but this medicines, if you say about the herbs, they derive from the 18th century. I mean, you know, the species, you know, the kinds of this plants, and it comes from the books of John Christopher Gluck.
Yeah, he was studying these herbs in the 18th
exactly.
century and categorizing them, testing them, seeing what they could do, how they were good or bad for our health, what effect they had on our body. And you can just see there's just, we'll get a picture of it.
And also described.
There's just so much, so many different kinds here, right?
We have plates, some descriptions, and how to use it, and so on, so on. And it's fun to just walk through these paths and to get to know about rare species and rare plants, you know, which is unknown for common, ordinary people.
Yeah, I mean, until Jan Gluck started studying them, people around here just said, well, there's this thing, and sometimes it does this, I think. My grandmother says so, and my great-grandmother. And people would try it out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And he began to study the effects. It's very interesting. But this is, these are beehives, right?
Beehives, ancient beehive. It's
how old is this one?
I think so. It's it's reconstruction. I think so.
These are reconstruction.
Yeah, but also reconstruction if we say about the ancient times, because they derive from I think from the 20s of the 20th century, 20s, 30s of the 20th century.
But you have older beehives here.
Yeah, we have them from the 17th, 16th century trunk beehives from this area.
It's the trunk of a tree.
Yeah, trunk. Yeah.
With a top on it. They just use the whole hollowed out trunk.
Yeah, hollowed.
And create a beehive from that.
Yeah.
How do they get the bees to go in there?
So I would say it's a wild method of beekeeping. You know, once our ancestors would bring such trunk to the forest, and they were waiting for bees, and the bees themselves. So they were coming and they were housing inside, and they were creating their own, family, and for a season or 2 seasons and more, and afterwards, and in this period, our ancestors could just pick up at the same time honey and wax and something like that.
How important were bees and the products that they made? Honey is important because it was used in so many things. It was good for your health, apparently. But we know it is, but in limited amounts. Yeah. But how important were the bees to life back then?
In terms of also products. If we say about the products also, wax, it's also very important because we had to, light up.
You made candles.
We made candles, exactly, and it was quite healthy. I mean, natural wax. We're breathing. We can breathe in, and it gets very.
It's good for you.
Good for our just organs, you know. And but apart from that, bees are very important for our world because they pollinate almost 80% of these plants around the world. You know, every day we just eat something, porridge, brown, and something like that, and we don't realize that this kind of food just was created due to the bees.
Why? How is that?
You know, they pollinate.
Oh, right. I see what you mean.
Yeah,
so we wouldn't have bread without bees.
Exactly, and some kind of fruits and vegetables, even trees like lime tree. We have here lots of lime trees. they are very important for our biological system.
It's a lime tree, but not with limes. That's another tree.
Lime tree.
This is the other kind.
Yeah. And I think so. The most important insect, just worldwide, because without this tiny insect, our life wouldn't be just as we can imagine.
It wouldn't be nearly as healthy.
Comfortable, and
not for our ancestors anyway.
So it will be difficult to survive without the bees.
As we're finding now with the bee crisis.
Exactly.
In the world, what are we going to do when there's none left? We'll have to invent bees, won't we?
We try to invent bees after killing them. Sorry, unfortunately,
our own rogue bees.
And after just pouring, just bound, mixtures in the field, in order to, take care of our crops and something like that. And we don't know that it's a chemical substance. Causes a great deal of damage for ecosystem, for bees, and something like that. We don't realize. Chemical pollution.
And stuff we're putting on the plants or on the fields to grow things. After the break, and we're back. And what are we looking at here? This is amazing. It's a lot of bees.
A lot of bees. The whole
we're
family.
Just talking about the
whole family.
Where are the bees? But this is a huge amount.
And we can admire them transparently through the glass. It's a very rare occasion to have something like this. And only here in the Museum of Agriculture we have a chance to just see and to observe. The family. And,
it's a big family.
The big family, exactly.
How many bees are in there?
Over 50,000.
50,000 bees?
Yeah, bees.
Do you think if we create more things like this, the more things we create like this, the more likely it is that bees can survive?
And if
so, why aren't we creating more of these all over the place?
Yeah, they can survive. And
this is a breeding ground for basically like an ant farm.
Exactly, and they create the stable temperature inside. For example, inside there is approximately 24-25 degrees plus, and just annually, I would say, all year round, and even during the winter. So they warm themselves up somehow by their body working all the time, moving, and working.
Wow.
And we have the channel here, which comes out through the main glass beehive, and bees.
There's a channel here. So they come in and out.
They come and out.
Is there a queen bee somewhere?
Yeah, we can. So if we have a chance, we can find the queen. Maybe. It's very tough to see.
I don't think I've ever seen so many bees before.
Yeah.
And you can hear them.
Yeah, it's like a mantra. You can see. It's the vibration of the sounds of the wings.
Yeah. Quite extraordinary. Very good. Okay, everybody. Thanks for watching Poland Daily Travel. We're gonna stay here, look at the bees some more, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Okay, Stan?
Let's find out where the queen is.